to speak for the bill.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and members. I'm going to ask you all to just bear with me. This is going to take just a little bit. Speaker Phelan is going to be nice about this, and I'm not. My community, Jefferson County, Southeast Texas, you all know I love where I'm from. You all don't know the hell that we went through with lies. This bill does not stop you if you are a community grassroots person and you're sitting in your basement and you create a meme and you share it with your followers. You are not subject to this bill. If you are Texas Democratic Party, if you are progressive Democrats, if you are Stop All Rhinos or We Hate Dade Phelan, yeah, guess what? And you put money in that PAC, from that PAC, you need to put your name on it. This is what doesn't make any sense to me. We ask businesses, well, matter of fact, take that back. We mandate that businesses have to tell you what the product is. If not, you owe the consumer money because you lied. Let me also tell you something else that you all don't want to think about. We signed up for this. 150 people in this darn room. But our mothers, our sisters, our brothers, our wives, our children, they didn't sign up for this. You may have asked them, but they didn't sign up for this. They didn't put their name on that paper. Let me tell you what happened in my community. Someone told my speaker, your speaker, whether you voted for him or not, it took one bullet to take him out. Do you know what that meant to his family? Let me tell you also what happened. Someone came to his house one night when he wasn't there because he was knocking on doors, and they were going from neighbor to neighbor pretending to be on his campaign, saying negative things about him, and they were told, do not go next door. That's the Phelan's house. And they went next door anyway and harassed his wife while she was home by herself. And I'm going to tell you this, and I don't care who reports this. I told him, if that had been my wife, I'd have blown both of their kneecaps out. And I hope they're listening, because I would have blown both of your kneecaps out. You would have remembered me for the rest of your damn life. This doesn't make any sense. This is not about liberty, what you all are talking about. You just voted on a bill yesterday on Second Amendment that created a class of people to protect. And you gave it to an unelected body, a school board or school officials, to decide what is and what is not anti-Semitism. So now we're for freedom of speech because it comes to political ads when you want to take somebody out. Well, guess what? You got what you wanted. He's not the speaker anymore. But there are other people in this building who their children, their wives, their husbands, their partners, their grandmothers depend on this damn bill. You don't know what it felt like to hear older people say, I have never seen anything like this in the history of my life. You don't know what it was like for people who supported Covey or supported Speaker Phelan, who said, I don't know if I can go to this place because someone might do me something. The vice chair of the Republican Party in my district had a man, and I don't care what any of you say, any man that runs up on a woman and doesn't have respect, you should get popped too. And I mean that. I don't care what you all say. I don't care about any left-wing groups or right-wing groups. I'm telling you. Respect women. If you don't, you know how I feel about you. Ran up to a woman at a meeting to discuss policy and yelled at her. Yelled at her for discussing Republican policies. And I know you all are like, well, damn, you're a Democrat. I am. But I'm also a human being. And you all know I love and respect every one of you, even those of you who we don't agree on 95% of policy. I still think, and I always tell you, you deserve to be here. Your voice deserves to be heard. I stood up for every one of you for every extension. I have never voted for not an extension of time. If it takes us all day and all night, be damned. We ran for this. But don't give me any bull crap and tell me that we need to be distorting people's images, lying to people, changing their names, changing their voices, who they voted for. You all don't know what it felt like to get 2 to 3 different mailers in your district a day and have people terrified to show up to political events. And I'm not talking about Democrats, because I know that's what you all think. I'm talking about Republicans. Let me tell you about my district. My district is not 90+% Democrat. My district is 59 to 60+% Democrat. Very hard for me to lose. But I love my Republicans. I talk to my Republicans, even the ones who don't like anything I vote for but maybe 2 or 3 things. I respect them. I go to their bars. I go to their events. And I ask them, what do you need? I tell them, I'm not going to be able to vote for everything that you like, and you're going to be disappointed with me sometimes, but I promise you, I can always explain how I voted. But the number one most important thing is, regardless of where you fall in a political party line, I will always work for you. You always have constituent services. You can always call me and tell me you disagree, and you can always ask for a meeting. All this bill says is, if you're gonna lie and you're gonna be a liar, then tell the damn truth. The Bible says right here, I tell you, on the day of judgment, people will give account for every careless word they speak. And I say this, and some of you think it's a joke, but I mean this. Hell is hot, and it's gonna stay hot. And if you can't keep your wicked tongue in your mouth, then prepare for what is Judgment Day. And if you don't believe Judgment Day is real, I promise you to God it's real. Every one of us in here will be on hands and knees shivering before the Lord thy God. Don't make a mockery of this building. If you're not for free speech when it comes to protecting all of us, which is a melting pot, then don't all of a sudden be for free speech when it comes to making sure that our families don't have to deal with bullshit when it comes to what could happen to people. You all, I'm sorry for that language, you all don't understand what we dealt with. And I'm going to say this lastly. I'm not going to even talk about him. I'm going to talk about his wife. That woman donates her time not to black people, white people, Democrats, Mexicans. She donates her time to youth of all races. She stands before a judge and defends them when they're in juvenile court. She doesn't ask for a dime. She doesn't pretend to be black or white or Hispanic. She pretends to be Kim Phelan, a wife, a mother, a child of God, a family member of other people. And every one of you that are sitting up here thinking that this is about you, this is a woman whose life you put at risk, who makes sure that children who have been raped, molested, abused, and neglected don't go to jail, but they get rehabilitation. And that's the kind of woman you had lunatics, evil people, non-Americans go to her door. I believe in liberty. I believe in free speech. This isn't the best country, but this is the best country that we have had. And in less than 500 years, we have done a lot of good compared to everybody else in the world that has had thousands of years to get to where we are. Don't make a mockery of our system and try to make this something that it's not. This is not about protecting you and our petty egos. This is about protecting our constituents, our families, and the people who will come after us. And I ask you personally, for my district, for Southeast Texas, as a proud East Texan, vote for this bill and stop the lying. And remember, if you lie, the consequences are something that you can't comprehend, because none of us in here are God. None of us in here are the Messiah. And if you can stand before him today and take a vote and say you don't care who lies because you worry about a little bit of jail time, we put people in jail for lying. We put that executive who had the blood machine, she's in jail for 7 years for lying because she put people's lives at risk. Don't put my constituents' lives at risk. Don't put your constituents' lives at risk. And I'm not going to apologize for how mad I am, because I'm going to tell you, you put us through hell for 6 months. Democrats, Republicans, independents, non-voters, postal workers, poll workers. They deserve so much better than what we did. And we can do the best by correcting this. This has nothing to do with what we talked about. This is someone's political agenda. We deserve better than this. Thank you.
Members, please excuse Ms. Janice Holt on motion of